Anything positive that Aaron Rodgers does this year with the Steelers, if he gets to the playoffs, is gravy, because after 2 disastrous seasons with the Jets, the one way he can walk off into the sunset with his head held high is to make it to the playoffs. Let's show that the Jets' tenure was an aberration. 5-12 last year, his worst season as a full-time starter. That was a fluke. That's the Jets being the Jets. Now I'm with the Steelers, and I'm not going to be 5-12. I got a better chance of being 12-5. We'll see. Met with reporters yesterday after his first training camp practice, and he said that there are 6 or 8 teams that really have a chance to win the Super Bowl, maybe 10 or 12. And we're in that window of the 10 or 12. And we did this exercise earlier this month. Who are the teams that are really in the Super Bowl window? In the AFC, the powerhouse teams are the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, the Texans. They've made it to the final 8 2 straight years. The Bengals, assuming they can get their act together early in the season. That's 5 right there. Oh, and the Chargers and Broncos looked pretty good last year, too. That's 7. Where do the Steelers fit? We looked at the teams in the NFC as well. Eagles, duh. Lions, Rams, 49ers, Buccaneers. That's 5 right there. We're up to 11. 11? Is that 11 or 12? Packers, Vikings, Washington. I forgot about Washington. Look, if the Steelers are one of the top 10 or 12 teams heading into this year, it's number 12. If they even get a seat at the table, they're number 12. I'm not sure they are. And then the question becomes, if you are one of the 12, how do you get to the top of the mountain? And Rodgers had this cliched response about, it's about all the time we spend together in practice, the 17 practices, and in the lunchroom, and we're having a snack, and how we interact, and yada yada. And as he was saying that, he did one of his classic little asides where he made this comment about Mike Tomlin wanting to practice at the hottest time of the day, and that's interesting. And that's Aaron Rodgers' way of saying, I don't agree with that. Well, that's interesting. But I love it. Yeah, you got no choice. Mike wants to practice the hottest time of the day. That's interesting. And he laughed as he said it. But my point is very simple. And I try to dabble in simple points. Because my aging and relaxed brain can only deal with simple points. If all these things about how you interact on the field, in the locker room, while you're eating, while you're having a snack, whatever, if all those things help determine the climb from 12 to 1, if you got a quarterback who is saying anything that suggests directly or indirectly